for Ukraine's future. And Pavlo's new to me, but I look forward to learning more about what he's doing and his thoughts on the topic.
Thanks for such introduction. Okay, what if I told you that the future of Europe isn't being written in Brussels or Berlin, but in small towns across Ukraine, in community centers, basements turned in innovation labs, and war-scared schools reborn as a beacon of hope? What if I told you that every act of support today, every drone, every mural, every VR headset for a child isn't just in aid, it's in infrastructure. Helping today means building tomorrow. And for a future, we are building with our own hands. And my name is Pavlo Babenko, and I represent Modern Ukraine Foundation, a team of thinkers and doers who are reshaping what it means to be a country at war and a country of the future. Since 2022, our foundation has delivered more than like $6 million in aid to defense forces, medical units, communities, people, and frontline responders. Like many, we also delivered aid, protective gears, heat, and food as well. But soon we realized that survival is not enough. And that's why we are building now a post-war strategy starting now. Our defenders, they don't fight just for right to exist. They fight for the right to imagine, to build, to innovate, to create, to dream. And so we ask ourselves, what if our mission was not only to support the front, but to shape the front line of the future? And this is how our concept of spaces of tomorrow was born. This is now our new national-wide initiative to build a network of creative, technological, and educational spaces across Ukrainian regions, in regional communities, in small regional communities as well. They aren't just the shelters, they are launch pods equipped with VR sets, 3D printers, scanners, digital labs designed for children, veterans, creators, and communities to rebuild not only their cities, but also their dreams. Each space will be a microcosm of the future of Ukraine we believed in. So inclusive, innovative, empowered, and modern. And the aim of this is to showcase the power of Ukrainians and to unleash their human potential. And first pilot will be open indoors later this summer in a small town, the motherhood of world-known painter Kazimir Malevich. He is also Ukrainian, and in Krasnokutsk community, Kharkiv region. And that's just the beginning. We are starting with this space. And maybe a few know, but over 200 years ago, in what is now Ukrainian's Kherson region, near Hola Pristan, John Paul Jones, the father of the US Navy forces, fought alongside Ukrainian Cossacks and was even initiated in their brotherhood because of his bravery. And today his monument is just nearby, like in near the White House, and you can see myself with a serious face. I just visited yesterday, just to be sure it's here. And now imagine building such a space of tomorrow with all of these innovations and technologies on that very land once it's free and occupied again. A center for courage, innovations, a center for international cooperation. That's not just remembering history, that's turning it forward. And that's exactly why we invited you to join us in building it through real and meaningful partnership. We fight not only with drones, we fight with ideas. Our foundation by ourselves has a lot of cultural and humanitarian projects. Through our initiatives like Unleash Ukraine, we plan to promote Ukrainian art culture with digital technologies and innovations. We do murals that speaks for resistance, installations that collect and help us to collect donations and funds to rebuild Ukraine and to help forces. Hope we have one idea, and I hope so. Soon one will be in Washington as well. Ukrainian art and culture walks into global capitals and leaves a message. Ukraine is not a victim. Ukraine is a force. This is our culture diplomacy, and this is our soft power. Together with our other projects like SkillForge, we are collecting different training systems to improve our soldiers' skills and learning with life-saving knowledges and so on. Also, we have our project for Kids UA that helps bring physical healing through VR sets and new technologies with AR and VR. So we are not a charity. We are an ecosystem foundation, an ecosystem of courage, competence, and creativity. We are turning one-time acts of help into long-term transformations. And we are building a new model of rebuilding where defense, culture, art, and technology works as a one. We don't want pity, we want partnership. The world often looks at Ukraine through the lens of war, but we invite you to look at Ukraine through a different lens. Through the eyes of child designing their first robot in a village that once lived in silence. Through the hands of veterans learning to 3D printing business and to doing crafts on it. Through the mural on a wall that says, tomorrow lives here. Ukraine is not just defending itself. Ukraine is inventing its future and inviting the world to cooperate. Tomorrow has the address. It's Ukraine. Let's partner in shaping the future together. Thank you, guys.
Thinking over the many people I've brought to Ukraine over the years, and especially since the current